Former tennis world number 6 Gilles Simon said he holds Andy Murray responsible for ruining his career. Last year, the now-retired Frenchman opened up about his longtime rival, whose own storied career came to a close after the 2024 Paris Olympics. Simon and Murray rose through the ranks together, both making their Grand Slam debuts in 2005. But while their careers began in parallel, it wasn't long before Murray surged ahead, clinching major titles and establishing himself as one of the game's greats. "Andy is the guy who ruined my career the most," Simon told L'Equipe in 2024. "He became the player I wanted to beat the most. I studied him a lot in the field, because he bothered me too much in terms of his game, but also in his attitude." Simon, who never progressed beyond the quarterfinals of a Grand Slam, called Murray one of the most naturally gifted players in tennis history, something which proved both a source of inspiration and frustration. "We annoyed each other," he added. "We played matches where we ended up telling each other about our lives." Simon's battles with Murray were often one-sided, with the Scot holding a commanding 16-3 head-to-head record. Their rivalry began in 2007 at the Italian Open, where Simon claimed a rare victory. However, Murray dominated their next 12 matches, further fueling Simon's obsession with besting the Glasgow-born superstar. Looking back, however, Simon has come to view Murray's brilliance with more admiration than bitterness. "He was ready to die on the court," the now 40-year-old said. "He is an ultra-competitor, perhaps even more than Roger, Federer, Rafael, Nadal, and Novak Djokovic. He was ready to do anything to win, whatever the way, good or bad. Playing better than him didn't guarantee victory. He could quickly adapt his game to counter you. I always say you had to beat him 3 times. He always found a solution," Simon continued. "He was constantly looking for one and often ended up finding one. Whatever his choice, he always had a full awareness of what he was doing. As he is intelligent, every time it felt right. And he is much more gifted than we think. One of the most gifted we've ever seen. As he was above all a solid player, who ran everywhere and made no mistakes." Despite the lopsided nature of their rivalry, Simon relished a final, hard-fought victory over Murray at the 2022 Paris Masters, claiming a grueling 3-set win in what would be one of the last professional appearances for both men. Simon enjoyed a commendable career, capturing 14 ATP singles titles. But Murray's 3 Grand Slam victories and his legendary battles with Djokovic, Nadal, and Federer secured his place among the very best in tennis history. After 4 heartbreaking defeats in major finals, Murray finally broke through at the 2012 U.S. Open. A year later, he ended Britain's 77-year wait for a Wimbledon champion, becoming the first to lift the trophy since Fred Perry in 1936. He then lifted the title for a second time in 2016. Ultimately, injuries took a heavy toll, curtailing the latter stages of Murray's career. But the 38-year-old's legacy, as one of the finest players the sport has seen, remains unquestioned. In the end, Simon's rivalry with Murray was defined as much by respect as competition. Murray pushed him to be better, even if the results rarely went his way. For Simon, he wasn't just a rival, he was a measuring stick for greatness. And that wraps up today's news. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tennis content. See you next time.